John knelt before the weathered headstone, his fingers tracing the inscription, "Beloved Father." It had been 5 years. 5 years of echoing silence where his dad's hearty laughter used to be. He missed him dearly. The ache in his heart was a constant reminder of the void left behind. John sat there as the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in hues of orange and purple. He closed his eyes, letting the memories wash over him. He remembered fishing trips with his dad, their shared laughter echoing across the water. A wave of exhaustion swept over him, and he drifted off to sleep, his head resting against the cool stone. John opened his eyes to the dazzling sunlight reflecting off the water. He was at the lake, his favorite fishing spot, with his dad. He wasn't alone. There, casting his line with practiced ease, was his father, his face etched with the familiar lines of contentment. "Dad!" John's voice was a choked whisper. His father turned, his face breaking into a wide grin. "John, you finally made it." They spent the day fishing, just like old times. They talked, really talked, about life, dreams and regrets. John told him about his job, his family, his life. His father listened patiently, his eyes crinkled at the corners with affection. As the sun began to set, painting the sky in fiery hues, they packed up their things and started the walk back home. The familiar path wound its way through a canopy of trees, their leaves rustling softly in the evening breeze. John felt a pang of sadness, knowing that this couldn't last, that it was just a dream. He cherished every moment, every shared glance, every word spoken. He wanted to hold on to this feeling, this moment of pure, unadulterated happiness forever. As they reached the gate leading to their house, his father stopped. He placed a hand on John's shoulder, his eyes warm with love. "Go on ahead, son," his father said, his voice filled with a strange peace. "I'll be along shortly." John hesitated, a sense of unease creeping into his heart. He looked back at his father, wanting to urge him to come along, but when he turned, his father was gone, vanished. John woke up with a gasp, the cool morning air stinging his face. He was back at the cemetery, the headstone a stark reminder of his reality. Tears welled up in his eyes, blurring his vision. "Goodbye, Dad," he whispered, his voice thick with emotion. He stood up, his legs shaky, and walked towards his car, the image of his father's smiling face etched forever in his heart.